You're watching a Syndicate program.
Sarlacc Digest Shadow Council. They are the supporters working quietly behind the scenes, making sure the show survives, evolves, and continues to digest all things Star Wars. Every dollar donated goes directly into the production of the show, from hosting costs to equipment upgrades and everything that keeps the Digest alive. If you'd like to join the Shadow Council and help shape the future of the show, you can enlist today at patreon.com/Sarlacc Digest Podcast or scan the QR code on your screen. To our Shadow Council members, your loyalty is noted and your support is deeply appreciated. Now, punch it, Moocher.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Sarlacc Digest, a podcast bringing you line talk and digesting Star Wars topics over 1,000 years. This is episode 339, being recorded on January 7th, 2026. Our first our first digest of the year. Oh my goodness, it's been a long week already. I'm your host, Darth Moocher. I've got Scott Solo here.
What's up, nerds?
We've got Joey is broke because look behind him. That's why.
I'm broke.
Yeah.
And of course, maybe why is Ernie? We got coming in at 8:24. We'll see. But he is invited to come on. So, Scott.
Yes, sir.
Who's in the pit with us? Because look at them. Look at those. Look at them.
Look at those lovely pit people. That's what I'm going to call the pit dwellers. We've got the pit dwellers we've got today. We have Commander Bly. He was chiming in at 9:47 this morning. Jeez Louise, man. Wow. Rhino Hobbies is in there. We've also got Ray Stanley in the house. We've got Don the Dad Dorn in there. The Mighty Krisk, he's in there as well. Let me see. Scrolling. We got Basil G. What's up, Basil? Nick, we've got Nick in there. What's up, Nick Hollows? We got people guessing and getting the answers wrong to today's trivia. Sorry about that. Next week might be a little easier. Yeah.
Why?
So if you are, I know,
Challenge
because
them.
I'm a nice guy sometimes. We got James Morrow in there. He wants to have a Filoni party. That sounds dirty, whatever you say with that many exclamation points. Let's see. We've got the Star Wars Collective. What is up, ladies and banthas? I like that. That's good. We've got Phantom Menace Dennis in there.
Going down.
We got Dr. Brantley in the house. We have the always awesome Gavin Connor in the house. What's up, Gavin? We got Meeks. We got the mighty Meeks, Stu John Jedi, Dogs and Cats living together, mass hysteria. What you got going on, Moocher?
Oh, but Stu John, you're not late. You're all just on time. You guys, we're going to get right into it because as the thumbnail was and as our description is, and basically all the news that was just kind of like dropped into our lap.
Unbelievable. Go ahead.
I'm
ready. I'm ready.
Yeah.
I am ready for you to say the words. Joey's having problems.
No problem. You guys, this isn't okay. What we're about to kind of cover is not new. We've been covering it for about 2 years straight because every 2 weeks something comes up about this. And, if you haven't known, Kathleen Kennedy is reportedly retiring this year, very soon. And she's named 2 successors. And what was coming out was basically an announcement of an announcement. Now, again, what I just said, we said many times. So, the reporting is, you got to take this with a grain of salt. This is rumor mill. This is truth or poodoo, right? So we can run that slide.
Truth or poodoo.
And then after this talk, we will decide where we lean on this. Just like Stu John said it. And I think a couple more people said it in the chat. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll tell you why this has maybe a little more weight to it than the previous rumors. And let's talk about the successors. So Dave Filoni, we've always kind of like
there he is.
Yay, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
He's our new boss.
Dave?
He's gonna be our new boss. Maybe.
I wish we got that paycheck.
I know, right? And what was the other woman?
I thought you were prepared.
It's in our description. Lynn something Brennan.
Lin-Manuel Miranda. Wow. How do you even say that? Lynwen Brennan. Yeah, you're right.
Lynn Brennan. So that was, I believe she was like Kathleen Kennedy's right-hand person dealing with more of the logistics and everything. So the way this rumored is setting up to be is Kathleen Kennedy is expected to retire, not getting fired again. She made that. There was an announcement last year, right before a celebration, saying that she's ready to start the exit thing. And then now it's come to, in this kind of like report was Filoni and Brennan was going to co-lead Lucasfilm. Filoni being the creative branch of it and Brennan being the more of the financial or the logistical branch of it, which is very smart, which I like that plan. I got to say this again, big disclaimer, nothing official, nothing has come out at all. Even Kathleen Kennedy herself, we've never, ever, ever heard her say she is retiring. She has a plan, but this is all kind of like second, third-hand information of shakeups because a lot of those, quarterly calls from Disney and all those things happen and news gets out. And I think, how this got out is Kathleen Kennedy's publicist set up an exit interview, and that's where everybody ran with it. And within that exit interview, it's planned to kind of like basically restructure Lucasfilm. Now, why do we talk about it on this show? Why do we bring this up when we're talking Star Wars, right? We want to get into like Luke's head. We want to get into Darth Vader's motives, right? That's what we do. But this has a lot to do with our talks in the past was about like direction of Star Wars too. So I think it's important to bring it up too. And I myself, if it's all true, I think it's we always talked about Dave Filoni being a creative person. What producer role or what leadership role would he ever can he bring, and would that hinder his kind of like performance in this role? So splitting that, I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea to split it because yes, in Dave we trust, right? We co-chancellor like Plagueis and Palpatine, exactly. But at the same time, we also, as chief creative officer that he has been since last year, I believe, we have still to this day not seen anything that's been put out as a chief creative officer.
Right.
There's been a lot of talk. Mandalorian and Grogu movie has been made since then. There's talk about the Mandalorian season 4, possibly. There's the Maul Shadow Lord, which is probably going to be the thing we see after. I want to say probably after Mandalorian and Grogu. Ahsoka season 2. Also, all of these things have been in the works since his announcement or the announcement of him being chief creative officer, but we haven't seen anything yet. And they're already talking about making this homeboy CEO. Yeah. And I mean, if you think about it, he was the creator showrunner of the Avatar Last Airbender, I believe, or an animator on that, lead storyteller or something like that. Yeah. He created Ahsoka hand in hand with George Lucas and Captain Rex and all the clones we've grown to know and love. I think it's a good choice, but I just kind of wish that we would have seen something first with his official stamp as the chief creative officer before making an announcement, because I don't know.
Again, remember, there's no announcement.
Right.
And within this whole thing that, like I said, I did a deep dive, and like I said, Joey, don't get your hopes up too much, because from what I'm reading and everything, it's she's going to announce in a couple of weeks. There's going to be an official statement. This is what I'm reading. There's going to be an official statement, and these two are going to head up Lucasfilm. But Kathleen Kennedy is going to be staying on until the projects that she started, meaning the ones that Scott just said, are up and running. So it's like she might be sticking around for about a year in that transitional period. It's not like she just gets up and leaves, and a new administration comes in. Mando Mike checking in. We don't talk about Holdo on this. Rhino Hobbies is calling it Poodoo.
He's calling it Poodoo. Okay.
There's a lot of people that are calling it Poodoo. Here's the thing. There's a lot of people.
Okay, are they calling it Poodoo because they don't want it to happen, or are they calling it Poodoo because there's no real evidence that it's happening?
Yes.
Right. They'll believe it when they see it, right? We've played this game so many times in the past where we talk about a rumor as if it's actually happening for sure.
Yeah.
But with the caveat that we don't know yet. I remember the day that I think it was it The Last Jedi or when Solo was released, there was an announcement that there was a Boba Fett movie also being made
that day.
It was like that day, and that wasn't true. I mean, it's these announcements from sometimes somewhat reputable sources are a load of crap. So
it's funny because like so everybody who's like news to comicbook.com and all these other quote unquote sources, legit, whatever it is, it's coming from one pinpoint and everybody's running with it. And I have not seen, but here's the thing, I haven't seen anybody disproving it or rebutting it. I haven't seen any reporting saying it's all BS, whatever. It's just like go on, most of our stuff until we see it from Variety, Entertainment Earth, or
Entertainment
Weekly, those, those kind of
reputable
the ones that have not just a website,
right?
The reputation on a line, and of course anything official from Lucasfilm. Because I honestly think it will be an official statement on StarWars.com. Like they will say farewell. They're gonna give her due because Ray Stanley said, and goes, she's been there for a long time. 14 years she's been there with the company. And there's some people, I saw it. Where is it? It's Duchan, followed by thousands of people dancing under fireworks. We set free.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen Wolf of Wall Street.
Yes.
She's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna retire.
Yeah.
And they're gonna put a statement out that she's retiring. Then she's gonna go up in front of everybody. I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving. Kathy, James Morrow, Kathy hanging out like a force goes, yeah, it's
B-Sum's in the audience.
Sorry.
That's okay. B-Sum. Does that
What's
mean
up?
Trooper Wolf dies in the Mando Grogu movie?
Whoop.
Oh, well, no. I mean,
Yeah, because he can't act. He's got busy. He's busy. Pushing
well,
now.
you know, what was his name? I'm having a brain fart right now. Director, Vertigo. What was his name? The director of Vertigo and
Nolan?
No. Classic director. Anyway.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Hitchcock always made
Vertigo.
appearances in his own movies, and
Yes.
you know, yeah. So
he had time, but he wasn't running a company either. I mean, he was running his department, but yeah. TVC Trev, what's up? And yes, Fig Fury, what's up, dude?
Hello there.
Thank you guys for checking in. If you're catching up, we're reporting on the reporting of the announcement of the rumor of the rumors that Kathleen Kennedy is finally stepping down as CEO of Lucasfilm and being head up by Dave Filoni and Lynn Brennan. I'm gonna call her Lynn. Mama call her Lynn. I'm gonna call her Lynn. I think Joey's having some more
technical difficulties.
What's going down, man? Oh, your internet? No worries, dude.
If it's not one thing, it's another.
It's all right, dude. Cassidy checking in. Hey guys, hope everyone's doing well. Running late tonight. Hey Cassidy, check it out. Look at that right there. I don't want to show too much. I don't know.
What's
I don't know.
That?
I don't know what that is. You'll find out more. It's not a surprise, but
yeah, what I miss?
People calling out
an official announcement. Official announcement. It just happened. You missed a lot.
No. I don't know. So I think the more shock. Okay, so if we're gonna go with this route with the coast again, I think that's a good direction for it. And Filoni stepping in to that role to me was unexpected. I know we all kind of threw that name. We threw Jon Favreau was a big name to go in there because he does a lot of producing. He knows that role, I think, a lot more than Dave, but Dave's been there and no reason why he couldn't learn and grow with the company.
Yeah.
But again, he'd be split, meaning he'd be the sole person to say yes or no on something. He wouldn't put the kibosh on anything unless Iger does it again, right? So
right. So I remember, oh, hey, look at that. Mando Mike. He wants us to give $2 to Sexy Broke Joey for a stick of gum in this economy.
You got it, man.
There you go.
Gum's coming your way, Joey. Thank you, Mando, for that.
Not better internet, but a stick of gum at least.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that stick of gum will hold my internet together.
Maybe it will. You're gonna MacGyver this shit. So okay. We love the fact that Filoni has, in Filoni we trust. He's created these great characters. He ran the Clone Wars. He ran Rebels with the other guy that he co-created Rebels with, co-wrote it with.
Mm-hmm.
Is he CEO material? And what does a CEO of? Because I mean, CEO Kathleen Kennedy, all she did was say yes and no. She bankrolled it, right? Whereas we want more out of Filoni than just a bankroll, right? We want him to be more of the, and I'm hoping that's where this other gal comes in, the Lynwen. I can't say that name. I'm looking at Lynwen. I'm hoping
Lynwen
that she takes on that financial burden and lets him be creative, but at the same time,
that's the
chief
kind of
what
plan
is it,
that
chief content officer or chief, what is it?
Chief creative right now. As of right now, he's the chief creative officer, but with this new role, there would be both co-CEOs because this is a CEO role. So they're both at the head. So that means that they're basically going to be both on the line for the future of Lucasfilm. Now, Lucasfilm covers all their IPs. So it's not just Star Wars, but I mean, let's just put it this way. It's Star Wars. They're not going to do any more Indiana Jones or anything. Unless
Willow's dead. Indiana Jones is dead. It's what else we got?
A big plate to take up to have to handle the creative and the other.
Well, so they're going to split it, right? So he's going to George. Yeah. He's going to do the creative side and she's going to do more of that financial producing side. But I think what's important too is the Bly, or we'll call her Mama Bean Counter. That's exactly what it is. It's good cop, bad cop. Dave Filoni's gonna be like, "Oh, I want her to do all this stuff," but she said no. Yeah,
dude, could you imagine if that was actually a fact? If that is what really happened, the internet. You think it's bad right now with people yelling at Kathleen Kennedy for doing her job? If he starts pointing fingers at this other person, say she said no, the internet trolls are gonna freak out.
Well, he'll have 99% on his side, so it is. And then if that is a revolving. A revolving position is Filoni's always on this side, and all he has to do is say, "I want her to do it." The fans spoke. I want her to do exactly that, and she said no, and out of there. Lynwen, yeah. I think, like I said, the shocking part of it is Dave Filoni himself.
Right.
But it's so funny because I want to talk like it's a thing moving forward, because then our talk gets into like, God, what does that mean for the future or anything? It sucks that there's nothing official, right?
Yeah.
So Cassie, the rumor is within a couple of weeks, but again, this is a heavily rumored thing that we've been talking for 2 years. 2 years she's been speculating. 2 years she's been getting fired, and last year she's been kind of taking. There's been some leaks of like, okay, she's retired, fired, and now she's going to do it on her own terms, which I do agree that it should be a retirement, not fired.
I agree, because
I do think she's done a lot for entertainment in general. I mean, love her or hate her for Star Wars content, Disney, whatever it is. Here's a hot take. Here's a hot take, guys, and I saw a channel, and I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to call anybody out, but I saw someone said that, Disney ruined Star Wars. The Kathleen Kennedy ruined Star Wars. Everything that Disney touched in Star Wars is just, it's never going to be as good. It's never going to, live up to what we've got in the past for George Lucas. Right.
And from the same people that complained when George Lucas was doing the prequels. Go ahead, please continue.
Right. Shadow Nose Network, have a great show. Best damn Star Wars show in the media. Thank you so much, man. So my hot take is this. Anything that comes after the first 6 movies, and I'm gonna say the first 6 movies because as a whole, on paper, it's you've got Anakin's story, you've got Luke's hero's journey, you've got so many cool things that encompasses the entire 6, right? And of course the things in between. Now, I don't think you can ever repeat that. I don't think you can ever come close to anything epic as Star Wars as we love it. Because then it starts to take place of. So I think anything that would have came out, even the EU stuff, anything Disney, these are all side quests to me. These are all something that they'll never be as good as what we grew up with, what we live, while we live and breathe Star Wars. You're never going to come close to that. So when people say, Disney's ruining Star Wars, it's like, you can't ruin Star Wars because what you want is Disney to come close to those, which you can't. You can never come close to them because you'll replace them if you beat them, right? And you know what I'm saying? So
I get you.
I think it's funny to me when people say that, because it's like, well, anything that we get past, we're past the Anakins, we're past the hero's journey, we're past everything that we've got. What do you want? If
kind
you
of like
want
icing the cake, right?
Yeah, if you want rinse and repeat, that's what the sequels tried to do.
Mm-hmm.
Or go into Hollywood and they start rebooting movies like just to try to recapture that magic. And they can never do it, right? They can never do it. So I'm always in that fact, like, no matter what, George Lucas sold it to Disney, and there's nothing ever was going to come close to what we experienced during Star Wars, like actual Star Wars. Everybody has their love of it and how they grew up with it, but that's why maybe I don't buy into that whole thing of Disney ruined Star Wars. You know what I mean? There's some things I don't like, and there's some things I really like. I get it. And just like Scott said, there's some things about George Lucas's prequel that I was like, I don't know what to do here. And then of course you can never touch the original trilogy.
Right.
That's my hot take on it. I don't think you're even meant to come close to Star Wars. This is all side missions, bonus material. The Mandalorian story can never, ever, ever be as epic as Anakin's journey. It can't. You know what I mean?
No, it can't. But I mean, I got to give him credit for at least giving it a shot, though.
But it's going to be, it's going to be good in its own way. But because maybe it fell short what are people expecting? Like a whole nother Empire Strikes Back is meaning as like, I don't think you're not going to come close to it, and you can never repeat that. That was
lightning in a bottle.
I mean, even by George's admittance, it was something that almost never happened. It wasn't a plan of attack. It just kind of happened.
Yeah.
And if you try too hard,
So that's the thing, though. Have we, as a society or entertainment as a whole, have we hit that glass ceiling to where nothing's ever gonna?
Something, Joey.
Good question.
I think we're always because we've had it a lot. Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, and everybody's personal journeys on IPs, what they grew up, more nostalgia than anything. I think we're always searching for that next big thing, because once you have it, what else is there? Why wake up in the morning? Why go? Like I said, if you had $1 billion, why would you wake up and do anything besides buy toys and travel? Right. So
yeah,
we're always kind of that anticipation of the next big thing. I think what's probably more epic than the movies, anything Disney's coming out itself, is the journey there. That, I think, is where we're going to be searching for that nostalgia, that 1999 again, that 1986 again, right? Where's that lead up to trilogy, lead up to the whole marketing, everything behind it. And then when the movie comes out itself, it's always like love and hate. People hate it. People love it. Rotten Tomatoes. Everybody's doing their critic, and then Kathleen Kennedy's the one to blame for everything. So, you know what I mean? And I'm just kind of like sitting there going like, I just don't know if it's ever meant to. Yeah.
We've said it so many times in the past, though. You've got to take the good with the bad. For every Andor, which Kathleen Kennedy was responsible for, we have a Resistance, which Kathleen Kennedy is also responsible for. Right?
Where's Hal Runner?
The CEO, and the I know, right? The CEO and executive producer, for all intents and purposes, is the one to blame. And somebody in the chat also said, yes, we would not have Star Wars without the genius of George Lucas, but. Ray Stanley here. That's so true. When George did Star Wars, it was pure gold to all of us. Untrue, sir. If you were of age in the early 2000s, whenever, the prequel trilogy came out, that is not the way that everybody felt. I mean, we had movies, The People versus George Lucas. We had,
the prequels.
We're looking through a lot of these things with rose-colored glasses. It's
true.
You got to take the good with the bad, right? Dave Filoni's Resistance. Yeah,
you're right. Filoni, his name is attached to it.
It is, right? But I mean, you gotta take the good with the bad. And George Lucas, he had the original trilogy. He only directed A New Hope. He didn't even write all of it. I mean, he came up with the story. Other people fleshed out and wrote the scripts, right?
Yeah. You're right. It was something from scratch, meaning there was nothing to get wrong. Right. So when you wrote
under base, you summoned me. Someone said Resistance. We didn't say it. Did we say it 3 times? I think it was said 3 times.
I might have. I thought it, because I was like, "Where is this dude?"
This. Oh, not that. I'm sorry. Here we go. Right there, Commander Bly. That crap was everywhere during the 2000s. It just was.
Oh yeah. I mean, like, look, there was documentaries, The People versus George Lucas. There was a phone. I remember when episode 2 was coming out and right at the Man's Chinese Theater in Hollywood, because I used to work right down the street from it. They had 30 days of lining up. And I remember George Lucas called that line, and I have the documentary with this exact thing. He called as a surprise to the line, and he was taking questions from him. And 9 out of 10 questions were, is Jar Jar in this? What did you do with Jar? Why was Jar Jar a thing? Jar Jar sucks. And to the point where Lucas was like, "Don't worry, because of all this, I hear you guys. I withdrew." So, but there was
if they did something like that to where he listens, okay, I saw what you did with Jar Jar. We'll listen to you. Why don't they do that now?
Well, for what? What do you need?
They did.
Like,
I mean,
Sorry. What? No, I'm understanding. Okay. What would you want him to do now? Not him, but
the majority of the fan base wants
Kathleen Kennedy,
like the Old Republic, right? They want stories from the Old Republic. They want stories from like around that era. But instead of us getting that, or instead of us getting stories that are between, like genuine stories, like between the Return of the Jedi and like not what the sequels are, we're getting like stuff that we're not even asking about.
Yeah, it
You know what I
seems
mean?
like we're stuck in, and I might have a little bit of answer there. Art Henderson checking in.
Art Henderson.
I think that this to that point, yes, I do think there's I'm one of them. I'm in the front row leading the charge for Old Republic, you know.
Because I know they hear everyone.
And Kathleen Kennedy said it. She said it. We know we are very much looking into the Old Republic era. She said it on an interview. I remember
That's
that.
why they're working on a couple of the projects they're working on.
Yeah, I do think the past Disney Plus has been on for what? 2017?
2000. No, Disney Plus
2000.
2000.
That's right,
yeah.
COVID. So
no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 2020.
Yeah, 2020 is when the Mando came out. So that's when it launched. It launched with the Mando. Now we only had 5 years, really 6 years solid of the Disney Plus, right?
It's almost like they misheard us, and she said, "Oh, you meant Old Republic? I thought you meant High Republic."
No,
here
that was. I think they were.
That was just a
to
publishing
hit.
initiative.
Yeah, I think they were trying to hit different genres, but I think they backed themselves in a corner with the video on demand because it got so popular. Netflix got real big real fast, so everybody started doing it, right? I mean, with the subscription, Disney Plus, the thing was like, we're going to make these shows and we're going to tie them into movies. Marvel does it, Star Wars does it, but I think what happened was the subscriptions are not paying for this overall thing, so they, instead of putting $4 billion into an era of a trilogy or whatever they're doing to get to that point, I think they're trying to pay the bills. And Mando Grogu sells. And I have numbers here. I have numbers for Mando Grogu because I think this is exactly why we're getting a movie in May. Mando Grogu just hit 1 billion minutes watched on Disney Plus. The 5th most watched show of all time as far as like on a TV show. So that sells, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why not? I mean, I think they're trying to pay the bills with this era. So you're going to get more of this to pay the bills until they can start to build up. Because remember, we're out of the Lucas era where Lucas financed everything out of pocket. Now we're into corporate area where advertisers are paying for all this stuff. Disney Plus is this huge business. Disney's a huge business, and we're the ones that subscriptions are paying for the next thing. Because otherwise, because theaters, they don't make any money anymore. You know, they don't even make movies, right? So we got TD3 Trooper. What's up?
What's up?
You guys know what I'm saying? Like, I think there's maybe a little saturated with the current IPs, like Joey is saying. Like, we're constantly living in the Ahsoka Mando, but there's a story they're telling, right? And it's only been 5 years, going on 6, you know, for that era. And if you go all the way back, yeah, the sequels, again, we could talk about how it was a mistake to even do that. I think they should just launch. I mean, timing here, hindsight, all that stuff here. It's just it's all there. But the sequels should have been never a thing, so they can dangle the sequels on a carrot with us. Like, after all this is done, we might get a 7, 8, and 9. We might get, and what can that be, right? And they can really gauge the audience and get some good storytelling going forward. But they didn't. They've reversed engineered it. They did sequels first, and now we're getting that gap.
Yeah.
Do you guys agree with me on the whole fact of like keeping the lights on with some of this content?
I do. I mean, if that many streams are hitting with with the Mandalorian, how many billions of streams did you say?
1 billion minutes.
1 billion minutes. Okay, so 1 billion minutes of streaming. Why wouldn't you then put your first outing back into the theater behind that? Right?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, that makes
like
sense.
Dr. Brantley says here.
Dr. Brantley, yeah.
Until Star Wars shows a profit again, they won't be able to take a wild screen with the characters. And I think that's, to answer that question, I think that's where they're at, Joey. I think that's where and nothing happens overnight in entertainment. We see how movies are announced 5 years before even a glimmer of a trailer. That's just like video games nowadays. It's like a 10-year production cycle. And so
crazy.
It is, man. It's gotten to the point, and I think SKN did something about this on last week or whatever. It was the amount of leaning so heavily on the special effects and all these things, that's why it's taken so long, that they're not trusting the process of filmmaking itself, meaning dialogue, acting, I don't know.
Well,
it's
let's talk about the prequel trilogy for
no. See, that's where
okay.
Again, George Lucas was financing that out of his own pocket, and he had a schedule and he had a vision, and he did his thing. But Ray, thank you. Exactly. That's why we have commercials on. That's why we have 2 tiers now.
Yeah.
They're trying, and Bob Iger came on and he said, we're going to start scaling back on the level of Disney Plus content. We're going to make not as many shows, because Marvel and Star Wars were dominating. It was like, what's the next? What's next? We binge it. We watched it. Everybody's to the next one. We're consumers, right? We don't understand the long game at times. We want things to watch and go now. We spent, right today's day, $15 in a movie theater per person. And that's a one-shot deal. If it's on Disney Plus, I'm actually going to pay 7 months of subscription time for that 7 episode, 8 episode thing. So they're getting more money, but those, I think, in between, people are canceling and then resubbing. It's a model that's still new. I think they have to find that happy medium. Hence the coming back to theaters.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, because you hit the nail on the head with us playing the long game, right?
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, we had A New Hope, and then we had to wait 3 years, and we had Empire Strikes Back. We had to wait 3 years. Same thing with the prequel trilogy, right? The 3-year span in between. And now people, if they don't have something to look at immediately, they
it's forgotten
to the next thing.
It's forgotten. And
we've done that to ourselves in this. I mean, I'm shooting ourselves in the foot here. The internet has made us these things, these people who seek out instant gratification all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just weird that we haven't, not weird, but it doesn't surprise me that we haven't found that balance yet between need, want, and have, right?
Yeah.
We all want the New Republic, but whenever they can't get it to us fast, or Old Republic, we can't get it fast enough. When we do get it, is it going to be what we want? Then we're going to bitch about it, and then it's an endless cycle.
It's the Old Republic thing scares me and excites me at the same time, because I want the Old Republic. I want Revan's story in the Old Republic verbatim. Okay. You could take some liberties on timing. You could take some liberties on how things get to point A to point B. But his story from beginning to end, I think you need to do it. It's already there. Not everybody knows about it. It could be brand new.
He needs that guy right there in the corner.
Other corner.
He needs to write a great story, like with no restrictions from the corporate side, and they need to keep that whiteboard out of his creative control.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the only way that's going to work.
I think Filoni can fight. I think he has a better argument to fighting those kind of things, like putting things in for the sake of putting things in. He's a story guy. He's attention to, like, this doesn't make sense in Star Wars. This makes sense in Star Wars, right? But going back to the Old Republic real fast, I think you got to have your source material, and for the first time ever, you got to do a adaptation of that source material to the live screen, a trilogy, whatever it is. If Lord of the Rings can do it, like I said, take some liberties on timing and whatever. Mm-hmm. It's not unheard of. I hope they don't say we can do Old Republic, but like it don't start with a blank sheet of paper.
I'm gonna pull that up right there. I mean, I happen to know somebody who I don't personally know him, but I mean, I wish I did. He made a bunch of movies based on books, took a lot of liberties, and damn if they weren't some of the best movies ever made.
Yeah.
So
I that's what I was getting to. Like, don't start the Old Republic with a blank sheet of paper. Start it by playing the games. You can skip the books, but there's a whole source material there. There's, like I said, the Revan story verbatim. For the first time ever, they adapted it into a live action. That's when I was talking about this earlier about the hot take about you can't recapture that Star Wars magic because the journey is already done. It's how are you going to repeat it with characters so close? And a Mandalorian and a Jedi are way two different things. I'm sorry. You cannot tell me one is more powerful than the other as far as like their hierarchy. You know what I mean? You got Force users versus tech users, but it's you can repeat that with the Old Republic because it's so far removed. There's source material and it's a great story. So you can have people fall in love with a journey like this because it's a Force user, good and bad. It's fighting the inner demon. It's all these things. Big destruction, big planets. You still have your armies. You have your Sith army and your Republic army. You have a lot of tropes that can make Star Wars. You can make this epic adventure through that. What we're doing now, playing in the sandbox, with even like I said, even a High Republic stuff. It's not playing with familiar territory in Star Wars, right? So, it's a tough thing that I do think they should remove themselves from this era of when it's all done. When the Filoni movie's done, and that could be 10 years, right? So,
could be.
TD3 Trooper, remember for 1 month. Yes, they just need to then lore accurate storytelling. Like I said, dude, there's in an era, there is source material, and people love that source material. People go that played the games and stuff and know the Revan story. The remake of the game that's coming out or the redoing, people are ecstatic. They're ecstatic, and it's like going to be breaking records. There's a need for it, and I believe that there is a lot of people who will dive into it too. You know what I mean? So Commander Bly, member for 3 months. Yes, you are.
Got a lot of people hitting that 3 month level right now.
Yes, John. Hell yeah.
Nice. I think that would be great though to take the Revan. You know me, I've always been a big advocate for Tales of the Jedi, right? Stories where they still use Force ghosts, even though Force ghosts shouldn't be a thing. That could be like a forgotten thing from the Force, right? That in Luke's time and Yoda's time, they forgot that knowledge, that how to become a Force ghost. So you could still play in that sandbox, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of ways you could work your way around some of the gaps in continuity that with whenever you've got a 4,000 year time span, you could do a lot and get away with a lot.
Yeah. Fig Fury, member for 3 months. Oh, hell yeah, dude. The hyperspace wars would be wicked. You know, there is plans on the table from the James Mangold stuff, 35,000 years before Battle of Yavin, to explore getting up to the hyperspace wars, the Ricotta technology, all those EU stuff, and it's kind of canon. I mean, they brought in some Ricottas. Yeah. You know what I mean? Howl Runner. Woohoo! 1 month gang. There you go, bud.
I want to highlight Cassidy's comment right here. It's a really good comment. Disney made a lot of Star Wars stuff my kids absolutely love. Even if some of the rest has been hit or miss for us, I'm grateful and try to remember how wide the audience is. They had a huge challenge. Absolutely. And for the most part, other than a few things that I personally consider a miss, I think the majority of it's been really good. Personally.
Yeah. I mean, look at this. Be some also telling us member for 3 months. Like I think I know. Okay, without getting too far into it and political, but we all know why there's so much discourse with Kathleen Kennedy. We all know. Okay, some of us agree with it, some of us don't, some of us don't care. You know what I mean? It goes over our heads. But I don't really care. It's a Star Wars, right? So a lot of people blame her for the stuff like the Acolyte, parts of the Acolyte. You know what I mean? And then they don't
844.
Woohoo!
And I had actually stopped right at 8. Sorry, my mic went out, and I did everything to get it back. I actually had to find another wire.
No worries, dude. No worries.
So if I go out, wave your hands and let me know, because I had no idea.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
we'll do. Oh, check this out. Fig Fury gifting 5 Starlight Digest Star Wars community memberships. And you have that up, Scott? I have, but I can't see.
Yes. Let me see. He granted the Max Rebo experience as a membership.
Nice.
Ryan Duell has a membership. Kilo of golf
whiskey.
Kilo golf whiskey.
Yeah.
Kurt 6592 and Mr. Ortega.
Awesome.
So,
congratulations.
Wow.
And thank you, Fig, for that. You're awesome, dude. What is Ernie?
Yeah, Happy New Year to the pit. Happy New Year's and happy holidays to you guys.
And Ernie, we trust. See? You're wanted, dude.
Nice,
Come on.
nice. Yeah, I apologize. I can't just sit here and be all.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
Yeah, it wouldn't even let me go on. Yeah,
well,
because you jerks wouldn't tell me.
No,
hey, Ernie, and just just wanted to let you know you were never on.
Ernie, have you heard the rumors on the whole Kathleen Kennedy stepping in or out? And I mean, of course, that's been like a 2-year thing, but like Dave Filoni and this other
Lynwen.
I did.
This other
who's the girl? Oh, okay. So you don't
Kathleen
know either?
Kennedy's right?
Or...
No, she's her right-hand assistant right now. Like she's her go-to assistant, like her predecessor. Yeah, so we still get a Kathleen Kennedy in there.
Her coffee
You're
girl.
asking this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ernie's known since last year.
Yeah, Ernie's like, I got the press conference right here in hand.
I'm like this too. I'm like, isn't this picture his badge right now? No, okay.
That's our new boss.
Sorry.
Like I said, that's our new boss.
Yeah. Yeah, that is
but
the
again,
boss,
it's the old rumor, recycling again. But this time now, the rumored is the two of them are going to co-head Lucasfilm going forward. Filoni in the chair. Like we didn't really talk about a Filoni in the chair. We always talk like Jon Favreau or some other person that's used for that production role, that producer role. So it's expected in this whole rumor mill for the next week or two to come out officially. That's
okay. Yeah.
And again, we're putting it as a grain of salt. We're not putting. There's nothing official, and we're just talking about And then we got into
and on chat. I didn't mean to be rude or anything like that, saying like, "Who's that chick?" No, I just
no one knows
the pictures. I didn't. Yeah,
I
didn't know who she was. So, do any of you guys know, or does the pit know? Do we know her background, or do we just know her as her assistant?
She's been with Kathleen Kennedy for a long time. That's all I know, and she is basically her Kathleen Kennedy's pick. Go ahead, Scott.
She is let's see. She is a graduate from the University of London with a degree in geography and biology. What's
her address? We're gonna dox her right now.
We're gonna find out. Yeah. But no, she's been in the industry for quite some time, and she's been working at Lucasfilm since I think 2023. So she's been
she looks
around
really
the block
young.
for a little while.
Yeah.
Some photos, yeah. I mean, she's probably late 30s, early 40s, probably. She's been around she's been around. She knows Star Wars.
This is what I hear too. Chris K. To be honest, it matters not who takes over for Lucasfilm. If someone at Disney is pulling their strings, and that has been proven. And that was the biggest disappointment from the news that come out last year about Bob Iger killing the Ben Solo project because he thought of something that he couldn't work. That's what scares me the most. It's like you could put whatever that's up in that seat.
Yeah.
There's still somebody. Of course, the mouse is always bigger, and that's the problem about being having an umbrella company over you, right?
Which the only thing that I said, and I'm sure it's the same damn thing that Filoni said. Why? You know what I mean? Like, why do we need her along with him?
Because
we were having that discussion earlier.
Because
it could either just be him.
No, because he's going to control the creative side of it, and then she's going to control the financial logistics side of it. It's
in our head canon.
No, that's what the rumor thing was. That's the rumored. That's why there's two of them.
Okay.
It hasn't been confirmed, so it's all head canon right now.
But I mean, in the rumor report, on paper, it's the split because of that. He's going to be the head guy. Charge Lucasfilm, but split duties. She's going to do most of the bean counting, and
you said duty.
And then he's going to basically be the stamp of approval for all, which you almost already was. Kind of. He was the one that would be like right now. His role is writing the story and submitting it to get made. Now it's going to be like we're going to get these made and see if there's any pushback from corporate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since 2023, at least 2023, she has been the executive vice president and general manager of Lucasfilm.
Yeah. That's why she was the next in line to. Let's say.
So maybe she's the one saying, "Why does he have to come?"
Probably.
Maybe.
I wouldn't doubt it, dude. Like I said, the people put Filoni in there. We grant Filoni counsel, but not title of master.
We grant you title of
he's our point
in charge of creative, but we do not grant you master.
We don't. Exactly.
Oh,
she
She worked for ILM for 25 years. So she has been in the Lucasfilm ILM family for over 25 years now. And she is our age. Her first movie she saw in theater, I'm giving her biography right now, was Jaws. She saw Jaws on the big screen. So,
we need to know who to put the finger. It seems like I said, it's good news. If this is true, it's good news moving forward. It's not.
Well, what it sounds like to me is like this is how it's been then.
Yeah.
Now they're just giving them their titles.
Yes.
Like we
said, and like
she's going to continue doing what she's doing, and he's going to keep continuing that.
Yeah.
But maybe now with the title, instead of getting overruled, maybe he could be like, "No, we're doing a live action this or that." You know. So
yeah. Commander Bly with the $1.99 super chat. Star Wars is no longer art; it's a product. Dude, look, I think it's I think I'll expand on that. It's no longer art; it's a product, but it strives to be art. It strives. There are certain aspects of it that strive to it. Ahsoka, like I said, in my opinion, Andor, you can't, because otherwise it'd just be a cookie cutter. And I'm going to say this: skeleton crew, safe, adventurous, done. Safe, adventurous, done. Just a machine. That to me is more of a product than art. Andor was more art than a product because it took a huge shot, and it was widely successful. Maybe not widely entertained by some people who want lightsabers and all that stuff, but I think there is still the element of art in this product, but there are some lopsidedness of it. So hopefully it gets back to it. If that makes sense, So who's the new punching bag? Yeah, Art. I think that's again in our eyes, it's going to be her, right? So
there you go.
There you go, Mando. That's you're asking.
There you go.
Look. Here's the thing: is I don't want this to be an us versus them. I never want that to be. I want to enjoy the process. Sit back. Go to Mando Grogu and May, enjoy the hell out of it. Go in 5 years from now, hopefully Dave Filoni movie, and just be like, that was awesome. But again, my statement holds true about earlier today about our expectations of this repeated. It'll never be as good as original trilogy. Well, yeah, it shouldn't be, because that's the original trilogy, man. It could be good, but it will never hit our heartstrings like that did. I don't think
it does. What if it does? What if all of a sudden
we won't let it? We have a stone wall on it. So
what if all of a sudden the Old Republic hits and it is that story that
Old Republic can, but in this era, like from High Republic to whatever they go in the future, I think that's where my window of that, because that was the side missions and all that stuff, right? But a brand new era adaptation could really, really enhance.
Wouldn't you want it to be better though?
No.
Yes, no. I strive to want it to be better.
Yeah.
But the simple fact of the matter though is it's got such a high thing to leap over,
I wanted to there's big shoes to fill, but it's almost like a parent. It's almost like a parent. You always want to see your kids be better and do better.
Yeah, I'll put it this. How about I put it this way? I want it to connect. So we can argue about how good or bad the prequels were, but they connect to the original trilogy, which we hold in high standards, right? The original trilogy is like I said, it's a progression, it's a chapter. It's like Empire Strikes Back stands alone as a great film, but it's nothing without all the others. Okay. Same thing with 1, 2, 3, all through 6, right? And I mean, think about it, because it's
I know.
It's just a really good chapter, okay? And I think when you're trying to match that energy, I think what you have to try to match that energy to be connected to where we could put it on a shelf and be like, it's all one big thing, because everybody has this separation. They have 1 through 6 and they have this big brick wall, and then everything Disney's doing. And I think maybe we're not letting it be good in a sense, because it's a different people connected to it.
You're saying we're not giving it a chance.
Sometimes. I think
I would agree with that,
because my what I just do to myself, I kind of out myself. I said no, real fast, because that was an instinctual.
You did, answer. And that was a great question, Joey. It was. Yeah. I'm sorry that he just said
yeah. I was like, did
No,
I say that?
I understand.
I
like,
said that out loud.
Somebody in the chat pointed out earlier how they said, when the sequels came out, it got their kids excited about Star Wars. So like the prequels got my kids excited about Star Wars.
Yeah.
So we got excited about Star Wars with, we can't help it if we got the best part of Star Wars.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I guess the best way to put it is Moocher has his favorite kid and he lets the other kids know.
All the time. In fact, I'm going to call him right after this and be like,
all his other kids were adopted.
Yeah.
I'm going to call my favorite and text the others. So
yeah. You were an accident, right?
Wow.
You know that, right?
Watching Empire Strikes Back. And
so it's like, I'm not saying like I'm not going to give anything else a chance because I love the trilogy so much, but the original trilogy so much, but I always whenever I watch something new on Star Wars, I always want it to be better. Of course. I don't want it to ever be like purposely held down because I want the original trilogy to always be up here.
Yeah.
But are you watching it without those expectations? Whenever you go to watch it, are you watching it for what it is, or are you giving it a fair shake, or
are you going to let it be better?
Exactly.
Now I have to watch it with no expectations because the past couple of things I've watched, I'm like, okay, it's nice.
Well, but everything that we do on this, every time we watch something and we come here and we kind of talk about it, we're talking about the events of the show. This person did this, this character did this, these events happen, and we put it in its place, right? What society tends to do first off is like, it was cringy, it was bad, it was whatever. So they don't even look at what the events of the things, because again, we could talk prequels all day about cringy and all that things, but it's still A+ on paper, and the story, in my opinion, I think it's fantastic. It's needed, even Attack of the Clones, even sand. We need sand,
I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. I had no problem with the prequels. I had no problem.
Here's the thing.
I did.
The only problems I had with it was just kind of like, oh, that was hard to watch, but I loved it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
That was my thing. It's like I loved it, but that was like, oh my God, Jar Jar. But
it was hard to watch, and there was some stuff in it that just continuity wise, it was like, wait, what? So, but that's you get over it, you move on, and you know, there you go.
So Bondage Brittany, seen you in a while. Rolling Stone is also reporting Dave Filoni will receive the additional title chief animates with wolves.
Animates with wolves.
I thought you were going to give me they were reporting.
Got you.
We're looking for it.
Chief animates with wolves.
Yeah. No, but that's a good question, right? It's like we want it to be good as the original trilogy, but will we let it be good as the original trilogy? No matter if it's good, because are we going to shun it even if it's like widely accepted, or be like, oh, you could, you know what I mean? Would we as a generation, we gatekeep, would we ever admit something is better than, like, if Disney, if Mando Grogu came out in May and it was just like, you went there and you were like, this was the emotional look, it was so epic, would you allow yourself to say that was as good as Empire Strikes Back, right? Like our generation. I'm sure I asked Blitz Transmit Tommy, he's like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? But
nothing could be better than Empire Strikes Back, but
that's in our hands.
I want it to be. So,
Yeah, we always want, like I said, the next evolution of Star Wars to progress the story. That's all I want. I don't want to repeat. I want a progression of the story. I want the things that they're doing matter and enhance the whole Star Wars umbrella. I also look at Star Wars as like one big story. I mean, instead of individual, like this studio did this director did this. It sucks that we have all these visually separate ideas. You know what I mean? It sucks that J.J. Abrams wasn't there for the whole thing, even though I don't know how good it would have been, whatever, but we don't. And so,
I want to pull up this Margaret Woods comment right here. It is interesting. Fun fact: Kenner sold more Star Wars toys in 1 year average than Disney has sold during every year 12 since they acquired the IP. Yes.
Probably,
However, there is a caveat to that as well, right? Nowhere near as many toys is being produced. Nowhere near as many children are buying toys. People are not buying toys for the kids because their kids are wired into telephones and iPads, video games. So naturally, if you
toys don't sell movies anymore, or movies don't sell toys anymore,
if you go down a toy aisle right now, all the toys are gone, and it's been that way for quite some time. You know, G.I. Joe's huge. I go to Target right now. As a matter of fact, I did this afternoon, and every figure is sitting on the pegs. Kids are not buying toys,
and we're not buying them for they're too expensive.
Right. And price, the cost, the number being produced, the fact that kids don't play with toys. There's a lot of caveats to that. You can't just throw out a fun fact like that and think of it as some sort of
right. But there is some food for thought behind it because Last Jedi ruined the Star Wars toy momentum, because when that movie came out, it was all over the place, and everything after that has been scarce. They dropped the midnight shows. What was the next movie to come out? Oh, Solo, right? They had some figures. Rise of Skywalker had
cardboard playsets.
7 figures total. I mean, it had 3 on the shelf. It killed momentum and it got people scared. It got scared of marketing Star Wars because Last Jedi was so diverse and so controversial.
But even the Force Awakens figures weren't selling. I mean,
but they made a lot of them.
They made a lot of them, right? And that's why you can still find Force Awakens figures at Walgreens right now. You gotta...
I mean, okay, but again, there's a lot of amendments to that whole study, because you're going from 3 3/4 to 6 inch. There's more price, yes, generational, and if anything proves it. Again, another report came out that adults are collecting toys more than children are. We've taken over that role of buying toys. So, and
be careful how you put that into the Google.
Yes, exactly.
I just want to keep it.
Yes. Good. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
I mean, it's the peak of time. Stars. The original trilogy had its moments like running, but the Power of the Force 2. And the peak was 1999. 1999 was like the Everest. You went up to the peak of Everest, and we never repeated that ever again. Finding the abundance of how many figures? 27 figures at launch. You know what I mean? In vehicles and everything for Phantom Menace.
They haven't hit that stride since. And that was Lucasfilm. George Lucas owned Lucasfilm. So
and that's when Hasbro really kicked it in gear. But
I mean, literally, if you want to get into years though, when it was 1990 and Chub Rock jumped upon the scene with the lean and a pocket full of green, that's when it really took off for Power of the Force.
Absolutely.
It did.
But there
was 95, wasn't it?
Yeah. But there are some truths to both, right? There are some truths to both. There's different times, different.
There's nuance to it.
You
can't just put out a blanket statement like that, because the toy industry is dying.
As a headline, you can.
As the headline, but once you start reading farther into it, it's not. It's not that cut and dry.
Yeah, I mean, there's just times change, man. Nothing lasts forever except for Empire Strikes Back. But let's see. Chris K, what did he say? I was not a massive fan of the prequel trilogy when it came out, and now I see them as different light. Yeah, a lot of people, and Star and Clone Wars did help. Sequel trilogy, though, aside from general pride, can be overwritten at any time. I still think you just call it Legends and move on. They never happen, and you can read about them in Legends. Why not?
We're still getting some cool stuff though from the toy lines. I mean,
toy line. Okay, now. If you look at today's market in toys, it's gone way back up. Okay, you can forget the last 5 years, because from year now, the toy industry has, as far as Star Wars toys, has peaking again, because they've got different people helming. We cover this stuff on the Toy Chest, with the Toy Talk and everything. But there is more excitement. People are buying more toys than they were 3-4 years ago in Star Wars. Getting into
quality's better.
Quality's a lot better. People are
but not only that, but what people are doing in their own home. Take you, for example.
Yeah.
And other people, they're able to print. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're enhancing our collection game in the way that people are collecting as well, from their own head sculpts to their own dioramas and everything.
What's that over your left shoulder?
Oh, you mean like enhancing stuff from collections?
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Easter eggs.
Interesting.
Easter eggs.
What's over my what? My left shoulder?
That
wasn't there a minute ago.
Not yours.
Oh,
Sorry. That's a ghost. That's a ghost in the room. Don't worry.
Yeah, on mine. Yeah.
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, no, he just said, Chris K says, agreed to an extent. My son does not play with his Micro Galaxy Squadron, but he does love displaying and showing his friends. Yeah. I wonder where the kids get that from. Just don't touch, just put on the display.
Oh, speaking of which,
the only thing that Micro Galaxy Squadron is, they need display stands in order to display them. Yes, and that's what that might thing.
That might be that.
Yeah,
Margaret. Exactly. They're buying more stars, but
I know what I'm doing here.
It's collection.
No, I'm just trying to...
It's the collection. It's the character selections. Therefore, they're not making sequel trilogy. In fact, I don't think we'll get a sequel trilogy character for a long. Yeah, exactly. And what sells? And that's what we were talking about earlier on what sells. They got to pay the bills. The lights have to stay on in order to make the stuff other things. So toys are no different than
clones, man.
Yeah, clones.
It's all, and we were having this conversation on our personal chat today. Tamura Morrison, I don't know what he signed, how he signed his likeness rights away.
Yeah.
That mofo shouldn't have to ever work again, because every freaking figure that Star Wars releases anymore has got his face on it.
That's
I
awesome.
just got my Jango Fett today, and it looks like young Tamura Morrison. It is a great figure.
Yeah.
But I mean, everything, the Captain Rex, that's Tamura. Hey, what's up, Brogu?
Brogu, look at that name. That's
awesome.
It's up, man. Thank you for joining us.
It's the prequel and the Clone Wars trilogy figures are they're getting better and better. I mean, look at the Anakin and Obi-Wan that were just released. Those are starting to hit again, and they're selling out immediately. So
I think this talk what's coming about of is Star Wars has its ups and downs. It really does, you know, and it seems like we're on a trajectory going up. Again, we'll see. We have 135 days away to the Mando Grogu movie, May 22nd. So I've been saying April for a long time, so I apologize.
You have.
I know, and no one corrected me. But
you're the showrunner, man.
I know.
You just know. You keep dates and you mark down things.
I should know. But so we're 5 months away. Again, I think we're on an upward trajectory. I think the notion of retraction a little bit would help, because you can regroup and everything. And like I said, ignoring some elements are helping the toys, and continuing. Like what Joey was saying, continuing it and playing in the sandbox, we're gonna have to. We're on the home stretch of it. They're gonna, like I said, we have Ahsoka, Mando, maybe another season of Mando. I don't know, but we do have the culmination Dave Filoni movie that brings it all together, the Endgame type kind of movie, and then that's where we'll see another era popping up. There's been a lot of turmoil going in the future, and I hope I just don't like. I think they should just drop that. At this point, don't force it. Pun intended.
Force it.
I mean,
because we do have Starfighter too, right? That's
Starfighter
territory heading. I hope it's good.
Again, it's safe. It's a safe bet, because it could be good, but it's still safe, right? It's not going to disrupt anything. Knowing what the time frame and the characters are, or perceive, right? So. Again, guys,
we do have we did see, though, going in kind of backwards a little bit. We got some Shadow Lord images.
Yeah, there was something where a trailer was shown, or some or maybe not a trailer, but some footage was shown.
Boom.
Look at that, guys. I'm excited for Shadow Lord. Like, here's the thing, still playing in the sandbox, right? It's still good. It still excites me. I'm like, why would we leave this?
Right? I mean, you look at that. People keep saying that's Darth Talon. We don't know for sure that I don't think that's been confirmed it's Darth Talon yet. But you see those markings on the Leku, and it looks pretty Talonish.
Yeah,
and then we see a giant rees, or what are the oh god, see, I'm having brain farts today.
What's that?
What is Malastare? So the representative from Malice, rees down there, who is massive.
I love it. So good.
Yeah, me too. It just looks interesting, and I'm hoping that this is eventually, over the course of this, leads us to Solo, his appearance in Solo, because we know what happens after Solo, sort of, right? But this has got to be the foundation of Crimson Dawn. I would think.
He's got his small lightsaber. He doesn't have the lightsaber he had in Solo, right? That's not the what's it, the Quizzer lightsaber?
That's the combo saber. That's not the, yeah, you're right. That's not the one he had in Rebels.
Yeah, because
the one he had in Rebels was half of the
Yeah, we can almost pinpoint a time frame on Maul, but again, there could be a flashback. It could be all kinds of stuff. I love the animation. I think animation is the key. Star Wars animation is peak, as the kids say, right, Bly? Bly knows all the lingo.
Kid.
Bly, he knows all the lingo. Yeah. So So if that comes out to be Dark Talon, that's a way of taking an EU character and bringing her into current times, because she's not in this time frame at all. Dark Talon. But the Leku designs sell it. A red Twi'lek. I mean, it's all there. She's with a dark side user. You know what I mean? So she might not be called Talon, but if she becomes Talon, that'd be great. So
it wouldn't be a Darth, because of course Maul is not a Darth.
Right. Like I said,
he's just Maul. So
she could take that moving forward. Again, I was asking about lifespans of Twi'leks, right? Are they the same as humans? I'm assuming, but because I think Darth Talon is like 140 years into the future past.
About that. Yeah. Cade Skywalker's time.
Yeah. So she became a Darth Talon later, or maybe that's Darth Talon's mom. Who knows?
I think it's her mom.
Could be. Yeah.
Twi'leks generally live a bit longer than humans, with the average lifespan cited around 75 to 95 years. So about like us. So
it wouldn't be the proper timing of Darth Talon if that's her. It'd be either like bringing her, just like Thrawn. They just kind of put him in this thing, but Thrawn's timeline matches, but hers
Talon's grandma.
It's
Talon's grandma right there.
But
but hey, you know what? At the same time, Ki-Adi-Mundi was only supposed to live to be 60, and hey, whatever.
What continuity? Lore, source material. What source material?
What? We don't have source material. All because they didn't want Chewbacca to be dead. So,
we got Mr. Star Wars checking in. 1138. Awesome. I have dark brown hair, but was blonde when I was a kid. She could get brighter red when she gets older. It's the animation style too. Yeah, like I said, it could be a relative of it. Yeah. Any excuse to bring Dark Talon into it, but it's not going to be the Dark Talon like in the comics. It's going to be not in the animation. We'll have to get closer to PG-13, PG-14 with that. But anyway, guys, just to recap again, we wanted to bring it up because it seems like every 3-4 months the Kathleen Kennedy story resurfaces. But this one's holding a little bit more weight to it, because I remember talking to you guys last Disney D23. That's when the last rumor was, when she announced that she's planning an exit strategy.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what we were reported on of the exit strategy. Now, again, this is coming to the surface because her publicist is organizing an exit interview. And through this exit interview, these names and stuff are coming up. But also in that report was it's expected for Disney to make an official announcement within a week or two or whatever. So we'll wait. And if not, business as usual, whatever.
Can you get us on that interview junket?
I can try. I could try. I
think that's the way to really go out. Let us ask her the real question.
I mean, I'll just put her here and let the Pit, go ahead, Pit. Get her.
That'd be dangerous.
Get her, Ray.
Get her.
Yes.
We were going to Margaret here really quick. Exactly. Margaret here. She does want to love Star Wars again. Feels like a spurned lover. Understood in some ways.
Yeah. I had my moments. Going back to the sequel thing, because it was in the moment. We were starting to do this podcast. We're starting to like I said, we're doing things. We're in the mode of Star Wars. It was like Star Wars back in the theaters again after the notion of will never come back. And it's like, as the movies were coming out and the things were coming out, it was getting like more anxious and more, disappointed. And like, okay, Rogue One. Oh, Rogue One was beautiful. And then, like things were happening. Yeah. And then after it was all said and done, I was like, wow, that just wasn't good. Like it just wasn't good, man. And but did that destroy it for me? No, because again, I was talking about the whole thing about side missions and separate EU stuff, but I don't know, man. Like we all wanted to love it.
Okay. Rogue One was great. Andor was great. Solo was enjoyable. Okay. Mandalorian was pretty great. I personally feel like Rebels is some of the best Star Wars to come out ever. So, I mean, it's the story's there. But Margaret, also, yes, we were talking about the people versus George Lucas.
Yes, we did. We brought that we know that discourse up. Howlrunner petitioned to have her stay.
Let this guy in the chat.
Howlrunner is classic, dude. He's classic.
And good Kevin here, Kevin Davis. That's a good point. Good storytelling will not change anything at all. Star Wars fan base always gets offended about everything they put out right now.
Yeah,
you're not wrong.
Not even right now. I even said like put 100 people in the room, write a Star Wars script, and none of you guys are going to agree on something. You're all going to think you guys' Star Wars script sucks. You know what I mean? I'm telling you. Nothing is going. Oh, I don't want that made.
Especially Joey's.
Joey's. He's just Joey. Darth Vader. Just
what are you doing, Joey? My God.
Yeah, it's not Darth Vader. Get it out of here,
dude. Marty, no worries. It's just though it was a good talk because sometimes I don't. Sometimes I mean I like the shows that we have. We're talking about theories and rumors and news, not more necessarily the nuts and bolts that go behind a business of Star Wars, right? Because we don't care about the business, but unfortunately it's part of the talk. You know what I mean? The corporate side of it all. We're into the visuals, we're into the collecting, watching, celebrating Star Wars. And so, but it's good to keep our ears to the ground too, because we'll know who to blame.
Yeah.
We don't want to. Yeah, man. No. Mando Mike's hates everything. Not everything.
Well, just almost everything.
He loves Holdo, apparently.
Yeah, he does. It's weird.
Yeah. Mr. Star. Yeah, I agree with Scott's rundown of Disney Star Wars on all movies and shows. Yeah. I mean, yeah, contrarian runner beast. Yeah. Well, guys, everybody, I know I missed a lot of your comments, but trust me, I read them and would love to continue the conversation going, because exactly what we'll do come Wednesday when we do this all over again. Just to kind of give us an outro. Do you guys have anything left like you want to bring up? I know it's been a rough day. It's been controversial, ups and downs. If you're good.
I freaking love Star Wars, man. Let's go. Even the Star Wars I don't enjoy, I love it more than 90% of everything else that's out there right now. It's my happy place. So
Oh yeah.
Let's have some more Star Wars.
TVC Trev, I really enjoy Skeleton Crew. I like more stuff out of left field like that. Well, I think Starfighter is going to be one of those.
Right in line with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I feel you. We know who to blame. Yeah. I mean, deep down, no matter what, we'll know who to blame. Ghost Fixter, hey, what's up? We would argue in person like how we would online making a Star Wars. We do it all the time when we get together and we're starting, and that's what we call it, line talk. We argue about our points of views all the time. We don't agree on everything, but at the same time, we're still fist pumping. But I know, like, if I wrote a script, you guys would hate it, and I'm just born to hate it, so I won't like anything you guys put out. So.
But we're also all respectful of each other's opinions for the most part.
Yeah.
Except for Ernie. Jesus, that Ernie guy. My God.
Mm-hmm. Ernie has Carson Teva just like lightsaber. He's the ultimate.
Did you know that Ernie has a giant Carson Teva tattoo on his back? It's his entire profile. It's amazing. It truly is. It's great. Paul posed for it personally. It's weird that it's a nude, but I get it.
It's still there.
I get it.
It's still there. It's still Paul.
And you think the beard is well groomed?
Yeah.
Imagine this, but with just the jacket. So,
I
and
can't imagine.
Fuller beard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hellrunner will like it. He'll like the script. Yeah. Yeah. Kevin Davis. My only concern is with Dave Filoni going to play it safe or try to expand the audience. I think he will be respectful of the story of Star Wars. I really do. And then you can take that as you will, if that is going to draw people in or keep people in. So
He's the
there is a
apprentice,
balance
man.
though. That you got to bring people in. I understand that,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
all right, guys.
He's the apprentice though to the master. So I mean, if he should
Yeah.
be the one that is in charge of. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Let's get out of here. Scott.
Yes, sir.
Our Patreons. I know we have our intro and they're mentioned here.
Yep.
Go ahead and give them another special shout out.
You got it. We've decided to kind of switch things up and just make sure that everybody still gets their time in the sun, though, right? And our Patreon crew, that's our Shadow Council. If you are unfamiliar with them, they are the financial wing of the Sarlacc Digest and Sarlacc Toy Chest. We appreciate you. We love all of you. AJ from the Forbidden Panel, Blitz Transmissions, Brian C., Cassidy B., Cliff, Commander Bly, Commander Cook, Crystal E., Don the Dad Dorn, Eric Grubb, Flavy Davy, Gavin Connor from the Holy Hour All Cure podcast. I was listening to them today. I love that show. Hellrunner Base, James Morrow, Joseph Bailey, Chris K. and Luke O, all the way from jolly old across the pond. I can't say England because Luke O is not in England and he would probably throw something at me. But we've got Meeks, we've got Mervine Bolanos, we've got Matt Logic, Mufftack is back, Nicholas Schaefer, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Rhinoez. I'm going to get that one of these days. It's only going to take me a year to get it, but Rhinoez, Rhino Hobbies, that's our Rhino section of this podcast. Yeah. Stu John Jedi, and of course, the mighty Troy Dodson. If you want to join the Patreon crew, the Sarlacc Digest Shadow Council, just scan that QR code right there. Go to patreon.com/Sarlacc Digest podcast and donate a couple of bucks. We appreciate it. And like I said, it all goes right back into the production of this show that you have all, I hope, enjoyed this evening.
Yeah. If not, we'll do it again next week. Maybe that would be a better one. But
maybe you'll like it better.
Also want to remind everybody, Monday, our Toy Chest, same channel. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notification. So Monday, we are going to break down the Hasbro live stream with all the new toys that I'm going to be pre-ordering. And I saw something of a leaked kind of like thing.
What?
We're going to be, if that's true, we're going to be pleasantly surprised. So.
Oh, we'll talk about that off air.
We will. But you have to tune in. Well, of course, Monday morning before when we run the show, everybody will know. But yeah, we'll see you guys then. Ernie, what's going on over at the Fallen Fett Network over there?
I'm just chilling, talking over there. Yeah, it's, right before here, go on and check it out. Nothing. We were full into Contingency Gate. Unfortunately, it did not happen. I
was rooting for you.
No, you weren't, butthole. No, you weren't.
Who would have thunk?
No, you weren't, dude. And yes, Joey, I drank that Kool-Aid. I was in the whole punch bowl. I picked it up and I just had it pour.
He was doing a backstroke
over me. Yeah.
It's all right, dude. Like you said, dude, you had fun with it, man, and no one's gonna take that away from you.
Well, it is. I mean, you had fun. It's going to be on the 12th when that documentary is the real episode.
You guys are like the end of the world thing. It's like, no, we got the numbers mixed up. It's 200.
Yeah. It's July 1st. And the first episode is going to be on the documentary. So
got it.
Anyway,
just watch Empire until that hits, and then you'll be fine.
There you go.
Hey, better yet, just watch the Sarlacc Digest until then, over and over and over again.
Yeah. We have enough content on here to do that.
All right, guys, thank you so much. Everybody in the pit, you guys were amazing as always. We will see you all doing this all over again next Wednesday and again on Tuesday or Monday's Toy Chest. With that, Scott. Oh, I'm sorry. All the links. I'm sorry. All the links in the description below. Syndicate Discord, the Discord of all Discords.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we are part of the Syndicate Network, which is a collection of, we have our Star Wars, we have the SKN Network, but it's a collection of everything that you guys are interested in. If it's Marvel, it's DC, if it's everything that's beyond, that's not just Star Wars, this Discord is being created for everybody to go in there and converse. So link is in the description below for that. We're very proud of that, very happy to be involved with that project going forward and see how many other people we can get in there. It's growing like crazy. So a lot of good conversations to be had. And so our Discord has been moved over to them. And most everybody has gone over there already. So the conversation will continue. All right. With that, Scott.
Are we sure this time? I mean, are we
positive? I'll wait till you start.
Keep it nerdy, everybody.
Okay,
I thought you were going to cut me off.
Nah, never.
This is Grand Admiral Thrawn. You are listening to the Sarlacc Digest. What a fascinating play on words.